Hello, people of Pulaski County. My name is Brian Benjamin. I'm the new director of the teen department down here at the Pulaski County Public Library. While I don't have a craft for you today, I'd like to just take a moment and introduce myself and get to know you a little bit. I have been in the Somerset area for about 3 years now, and I absolutely love this town and the community. Before coming here, I have lived a little bit of all over, Florida and Georgia. I've got family in North Carolina, and I grew up just north of here in Indiana. And I spent the last 5 years in the great state of Texas. Of all of the places that I've lived and been, the Pulaski County area is one of the most beautiful that I have seen, and I absolutely love it here. I've always been a huge nerd, and I've loved comics and culture, nerd culture, before it was even popular like it is today. I think my love for superheroes and seeing and reading about people completing the impossible has helped turn me into the man you see today. Someone who will tackle tasks head on and try to find the best way to accomplish them. As a teen, I was always interested in computers and built my first PC from the ground up using all of the individual components around the age of 17. And that really turned me into a tech nerd as well. As a young adult, I worked in a CNC machine shop for about 10 years. For those of you who are unfamiliar with that term, CNC stands for Computer Numeric Controlled, and it allows you to use the computer system to control where the machine is beginning and ending its cuts on your selected materials on the X, Y, and Z axes. When I began that position, I knew nothing about the job or machining. After a brief time of learning the vertical mill, which they had hired me in to learn, I began learning the other machines that they had as far as horizontal mills and finishing lathes and roughing lathes and manual lathes and manual milling and all of the grinders and saws and everything in between. I've been out of the machining game for quite a while now, but I still use a lot of the skill sets and things that I learned in that position today. Primarily the troubleshooting and finding out how and why things go wrong and how to fix them. In my many years on this earth, I have learned a lot of things as far as machining, not just machining, but I've worked in garages, and I like to work on cars. I like to build things, and so I've got a lot of information and knowledge that I believe that I can help our teens learn some new trades. I'm also a huge fan of creating things. I like to create custom shirts, like the one I'm using today, using a Cricut machine to cut out the designs and heat press the iron on. In my home, we've got a Cricut, and we recently got a sublimation printer with a full-sized heat press, as well as we got a 3D printer for our son for Christmas. This is just a few of the things that I've made, and I'm really hoping that we can do some incredible things here when we get the program to do that. I've really fallen in love with 3D printing, and I found that the programming and the principles and the concepts that it uses it relates back to my CNC machining experience. A lot of the same axis movements as far as X, Y, and Z, how the programming works. I've also got a small wood shop in my garage where I like to build things. Here at the library, besides the books that one would always associate with the library, we do have a maker space, regular weekly crafts, and activities. Hopefully some new and exciting things are going to be coming down the line for you, and I'm looking forward to sharing my knowledge and teaching the teens of our community as much information as they would like to learn. So please come down and visit us today.